everybody, it's Emily at ARG Schooling, and today I'm bringing you the August Family Reading Crate unboxing. Today I'll be unboxing the August Family Reading Crate, which, if you aren't aware, was the theme Reader Player One. So it was all about books about video games and gaming, and this was a theme that my twins had been just begging me to do. They really wanted me to do some kind of video game crate. And I kept saying, I don't think that's gonna work. And then one day I decided maybe I can make that work. And I did, and I'm super proud of it. This is probably one of my favorite crates that I've done. So let's just jump right in and I'll show you what you get in the Family Reading Crate this month. So first, as always, you get a booklet, and this is just a booklet of discussion questions and ideas and things to kind of give you an overview of what you'll be getting in the box. There's a link, there's a link that you can take to go to our website and find printables and recommended readers and movies and whatnot to just get more out of the theme this month, should you want to. There are 3 bookmarks, as always. My son designed the bookmark again this month. And so you get this one. And the Pac-Man inspired. Then just a Build Your Library bookmark. There it goes. The toy I added for the kids is a little extra something. I was trying to think what we could do with this because obviously I can't afford to put video games in here. And so I thought, why not an old school video game? This is what we did in the old days, like before there were video games. Not that I'm that old, but anyway, I thought that would be a fun little addition, like an old school video game. Not really, I don't know. It's a game, and these are really fun. So you get one of these little peg brain teaser games. The other extra this month, I saw this while I was collecting for my books, and I could not pass up this little activity pad. It looks just like an iPad. It's a coloring book, and it's got stickers, and I mean, it's just cute, and it looks like an iPad. It even says My Pad at the top corner, and I was like, hey, that would be a cute little addition to this month's box. So you got a little bonus book if you want to think of it as a book. And now for the books. For the children's picture book, I've included Tap the Magic Tree by Christy Matheson. No, it's not specifically video game, but I was looking for more like an interactive kind of a book, since there's really not a lot of picture books on video games that aren't like really twaddly. And so I thought this would be a fun addition. It's interactive. Your child has to actively do things to change the tree throughout the story. The illustrations are lovely. It's just a really sweet little book about how trees change throughout the year. And I hope your little ones enjoy it. For the family read aloud, I chose Click Here to Start by Dennis Markle. And this book was just so much fun to read. It's very similar in theme to Book Scavenger, in that it's 3 kids solving this mystery. And basically the premise is that the main character, Ted, has this great uncle he's really never met, but he's been named after him. And his great uncle is on his deathbed. He wants to speak to Ted, and he gives him this sort of cryptic puzzle. And when he dies, Ted's given pretty much the entire estate in his will, and the entire contents of his apartment, with this assumption that there's some kind of treasure hidden there. And Ted's really into escape games. He plays escape game video games, and he's really good at them. And this entire thing is set up like an escape game. And so it's this big puzzle he has to solve, and it's just really well done. There's a lot of rabbit trails between classic literature. The Maltese Falcon comes up in this book too, and now I have to read it because it's the second time I've read a book where they directly reference the Maltese Falcon numerous times, and I'm like, okay, I need to read it. So that's on my list. It's also linked in the booklet. If you go to the link page, you'll find a link to the Maltese Falcon. But there's also stuff in here about Japanese internment camps and the Japanese soldiers that fought in the war. And it's a really great read. It's really well done, very clever, very interesting, very fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. The young adult book that I've included is The Memory Wall by Lev A.C. Rosen. And this is a book that just, it like sat on my heart. and I loved this story so much. It made me very, very sad, but also just, I don't know. This is a story about a boy whose mother has early onset Alzheimer's, and she's decided it is best for everyone if she goes and lives in a home. And so Nick and his father are now living alone and visiting his mother once a week. And he has not accepted that this is a real diagnosis. His mother is German, so she lived in East Berlin and experienced all of the things that happened there before the wall came down, and does not talk about it. And his father is an African American, and he's very into his history, and he's written books about it. So Nick only really knows one side of his family's history. And in school he's tasked with doing a project on his family's history, and rather than go the easy way, he decides he's going to ask his mother about her life and find out more about what it was like to live in East Berlin. Meanwhile, he is really into this game called Well-Hall. It's like a massive, what do they call it? MMORPG? I'm saying that wrong, I'm sure. Sort of like World of Warcraft kind of a thing. And he and his mother used to play, and the new one has just come out, and he's really into it, but he also is missing his mother. But he's convinced that she's playing the game, and she's trying to tell him something. This story is just, it gave me all of the emotions, all of the feels. I cried, it was beautiful, I loved it, and I hope you and your teens also really enjoy it. And finally, the book I chose for you, the parent, to read is Cure for the Common Universe by Christian Mckay Heidegger. This book was hilarious. This is a story about Jackson, who is very into gaming. He's obsessed with this one game called Arcadia, which again is sort of like World of Warcraft, and he is just spending too much time on it, and his father and stepmother really want him to get out into the real world. And one day he's sent to go get his stepmother's car washed, and he meets a girl there and accidentally sprays her with a hose and makes a joke, and she laughs at his joke, and now he's obsessed with her. She laughed at his joke, he asks her on a date, she says to meet him at this restaurant. He is so excited about this girl, and as he comes home, he is met with these guys who have come to collect him because his father has sent him to video game rehab. And he thinks it's so unfair. He's just met this girl, he has a date at the end of the week, but he's sent to video game rehab. And this video game rehab is set up like a game. It's based on a point system. When you earn 1,000,000 points, you have beat the game and you can go home. And you have to take on a new name. Everyone goes by an avatar name or whatever, and so he now is Miles Prower, and all he can think about is Gravity, this girl. And so he's determined to beat the system, and he's going to get out and go on this date, because it's all he can think about. He is a very unlikable character. You know from the beginning that he's kind of an ass. He only thinks about himself, and video game rehab is not working for him because all he can see is this game system. I thought this book was funny. It's tons of gaming references, but you don't have to be a gamer, because I'm not a gamer, but I still got a lot of the references, and it's very funny, it's very witty, and I loved all of the characters surrounding Jackson. Oh my gosh, this is some of the best side characters ever in this novel. It's awesome. That is what you'll get in the August Family Reading Crate. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave all of the information down below so that you can get your own box if you'd still like one. We still have plenty more. And I hope I'll see you guys next month for the Other Worlds box where we're going to be journeying into other worlds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye!